So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our conjunction video of the week. And this week we're going to be covering our conjunction of Sun and Jupiter in the fifth house. As in, what happens when Sun and Jupiter are in the fifth house of your birth chart. And as always, if you do not know if you have this particular conjunction, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all the other astrological details, check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, consultations, and link to my academy, Vedic Astrology Academy, where now I have my podcast. And especially this Wednesday, I'm going to be showing you guys how to differentiate between a chart of a male, female animal. And even you can find transgender charts as well. But mainly it is for like male. If somebody gave you a chart, is it a male chart, female chart, or somebody's testing you and giving you a chart of their dog or something? So I'm going to show you that. So it's going to be on my podcast at Vedic Academy. So anyway, let's start with this conjunction. So with this particular conjunction, you will see that this individual's father will be greatly involved with their education and their children. Father will be making sure that you are doing your homework, you're going to the school, you're prepping for the test. Always be engaged in giving you knowledge. But at the same time, as a grandfather, he will do the same. And usually we will see that, especially if this is in a male's chart, it can actually show male children, because the sex of the child is not seen through a female's chart. It actually seen through a male chart, because the lineage is coming through the male. And so they determine, is it going to be female or male lineage? And usually you will see these people greatly interested in education related to economics, finance, politics, and they most definitely will be learning either theological, religious, and Vedantic knowledge, depending upon what your divinity is, what your religion is. And one thing we see though is that this particular conjunction, the native themselves will be so involved with their children and raising the children that it will cause issues in the marriage, problems in the marriage, because they will not be able to give their time to the marriage so much. So that it's like a contract. Any contract will give you some favors and give the other party a favor. So if you want this, well, you got to give us this. And one thing we do see, that especially through education, whether oral traditional education, regular accredited university education, they find recognition and fame. But fame and recognition comes through some form of education. So even let's say somebody becomes an actor, you will not really find an actor who was just handpicked by somebody on a street, like, oh, you would make a great actor, you have that look. No, this person will probably be going to some theater academy. And from that academy, they will accelerate to some small commercial work, serials, and then they come into as a movie star. Then, usually these people, especially when it comes to gaining higher knowledge, and that knowledge not being like a formal educational knowledge, but actually wisdom, philosophy, spiritual knowledge comes through foreign lands. They're going to have to take some pilgrimage to a foreign place where they will finally understand real knowledge. So at one point they will have to do that. They do that. If somebody has a normal lifespan, they will do that. And at the same time, this person does get into debt. They can get into heavy debt. And the debt will most likely come on behalf of either education, children, or especially if they go into a business where they have rivals, enemies, then it will bring them debts. So for example, if let's say you have a business, selling toilet seats, and you have a shop, and then some other person directly across your street or 3 shops down your market has the exact same business, that can activate somehow you trying to accumulate a compile debt. Perhaps because you want to market more, you want to market better than them, you want to have the better toilet. So now you're spending more money because you want to beat them in their seats. Perhaps you want to get 22 karat gold seats. Then I'll definitely come and sit on that toilet. But one thing you will also notice, this particular placement, whether it's in a chart of a male or female, does bring children late. Why would they bring children late? Because 5th house is what? Children. But 5th house is also students. So in order for a guru, Jupiter, guru, to find students, disciples, children, what do they have to do? Well, they have to become the guru. They have to attain the wisdom of life. And wisdom does not comes easily to an individual. And so you will see that these people attain children late due to the fact they have to accumulate the wisdom of the world, where they become this individual who can pass on certain knowledge. Now, once you're ready to pass on certain knowledge, then children will come. And if, let's say, children come early, then most definitely you will see that this person would have struggled from the age of 12 to like 24. 12 to 24, they would have struggled. They would have gone through such a rigorous process that they kind of matured up early. They learned the wisdom of life early. And then they're ready to have children, because when child comes in, it is going to be your dharma. It's not like your dharma in the chart. No, this is going to be your dharma to progress a certain knowledge of the lineage to your child, and that too properly. So that can only come with maturity, that can only come with experience. Okay? So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Jupiter and Sun conjunction in the 5th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. If you want to know where your Jupiter and Sun are conjunct and what's nakshatra and sign they're in, check out the links here, along with everything else. And also, I forgot to mention with this particular conjunction is that usually when they go for technical knowledge, attaining a knowledge of engineering or technology, it'll somehow be connected, could be connected to solar technology, solar and solar technology as well, especially if they have an aspect of a technical planet. Okay, see ya.